Hello, everyone. First of all, I would just like to say I am enjoying seeing the red in the audience. It does my heart well. I am a girl who loves love. I love to see faces. I love to see smiles. I love to connect stories. I love to hear somebody's stories, so much so I've developed a business all around the love of sharing stories. I'm going to put my heart up over there. You may concentrate on it or concentrate on me, one of the two. And this is a story of how I leveled up based on love. I am a 56, when I was talking to Winston a week ago, I was a 55-year-old woman. This past Monday was my birthday. Yay! I am a 56, single, white female. And I have got a lot of love. I was married for 27 years. I was with my husband, our ex-husband, for 30 years. Met when I was 21. He was 33. He had 3 children. There was love. There was lots and lots of love. It ended very amicably, and we went on. So in this last couple of years, I've been working on myself. I've gone to meditation retreats. I have read the books. I have decided that it's time to level up and put my heart out there. So in my business, as I said, I love to share stories. So I help people utilize social media, and I have one of my great connections up in the audience today. Little did I know, and then I met his tribe, so I feel like there's a bunch of love in the back of the room back there for me. And I decided that it's time to level up, and I'm going to try, back up a second. I teach people how to use social media for good. I teach them how to put their story up on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter to connect. Because if we've made that bond in our life, if we've made that hug in our life, it's time to take it to online. And when you tell your story online and your truth, no one can call, and I'm so excited I get to say this because normally when I train I can't, bullshit on you when you're telling your truth on your social media. So it's like, okay, it's time for me to take and put my love out on online dating. I'm a busy 56-year-old entrepreneur, and I don't have the time to look for people. Though a little caveat to that, I was having a conversation earlier, that I'd often pray to Source or God or who you call it, and it says, bring me someone who would I like to do? Bring me someone. I've got a classic car. I love to network. I love to go out to festivals. Bring me somebody that does that. And then I had another conversation with myself, getting my head not in my heart, that, if we break up, who gets the networking event? If we, that car show that I met at the car show with my classic car, I can't go to that car show anymore. So it's like, okay, got to go online because I believe these platforms are abundant. So there I go. And I got a little bit of a prop here. Excuse me for a second. I have led a phenomenal life. I have traveled to 20 countries. I have been 5 continents. I have experienced amazing things. So you know what? I've got a fabulous profile. I've got pictures of me having fun. I've got pictures of me just looking amazing. I'm a catch, according to out there in in the online dating. So my little headline, about Jeanette. Fun and quirky. Very curious about life. I am 5'10", if I stand up straight, but that doesn't say here, with curves and soft spots. No players. Honest men only. I enjoy cooking, arts, music, spending time exploring local places. Traveling makes my heart sing. Philanthropic work, extremely important to me. So out I go, and up goes my profile on numerous different platforms. And remember, these are platforms that I paid for. I'm like, we all say if we don't pay to play, you're going to get good players. Yeah, that's the story there. Yeah, pay to play. So up, I was getting messages left, right, and center because I'm a catch. Hey guys, I'm a catch. And I caught the eye of this one particular gentleman. And he was a silver fox. What girl, when you're my age, doesn't want a silver fox? He was tall, he was Italian. His wording was very similar to mine. He liked creativity and the universe and God and getting out there and really experiencing life. Like, oh, I found my soulmate. This was awesome. And we carried on. We talked back and forth or text back and forth. That's what tends to happen a lot. And then we finally said, hey, let's call. And he happened to live in North Vancouver. We chatted on the phone, and his language was my language. We all know the love languages, remember? Words of affirmation, gifts. Oh, what are some of the other ones? Acts of service, time. So he was giving me time. He was giving me the words of affirmation that just seated in my soul. And we got deep really fast because I believe, as someone else said, that time is the ultimate currency. And I'm going to live to 104, so I'm only middle age right now. But time is of the essence. So we got deep really fast. And we exchanged many phone calls. Love almost right away. I love you. You love me. I want the best for you. And it went on to him telling me that he was up for a promotion. And this promotion, he had to fly to Calgary to do this big proposal. I'm like, go, you're going to get this. I believe in you. This is incredible. We were talking language of the hour. Our life is going to be better. Our dreams are going to come true. So off he goes and he presents in Calgary. He gives me a call back. And my name to him was either Bella or Angelo, which is angel in Italian. And he called, Bella, I got it. I got the job. I'm like, oh my gosh, Leo, this is incredible. And he's so excited. He says, oh, I have to go now. I have to get over to celebrate. I'm like, oh, awesome. And he sends me a picture of him with the president of the company. Then about 3 hours later, he calls me back and he says, Bella, I'm so sad. I'm like, oh my gosh, up, down, what's going on? And he says, they want me to go to the project right away, and it's out in Newfoundland on an oil rig. And I'm like, okay. And we just basically met within a month. I'm like, you go. Oh my gosh, who am I to stop you in your destiny? Go. You're only going to be 5 weeks. Oh, time, go. So he says, are you sure? And I'm like, you go, you explore. We'll live. We've got communication. And off he goes. And a couple of days later, we finally connect again over broken internet, and we still kind of communicate. And he gives me a phone call and he says, Jeanette, I need help. I've got I can't get into my email. And I said, okay. What do you need done? He says, well, this project I need an order placed. I need an order placed to get all this building materials that I need. And I'm like, okay, I can do that for you. I've got the internet, so off I go. And I put the email together pretending to be his wife because that's the way that his business was run. I get the confirmation. Oh, got the invoice, great. Awesome. He goes, okay, I need your help. I went, okay, awesome. I've got the internet. I want you to dial into my bank. Dial into my bank. And I want you to transfer the money for me. I'm like, okay, awesome, no problem. Get into his bank there, and I see there's a $5 million deposit from Esso because he's working on an oil rig. I'm thinking to myself, who the heck have I got as this guy? He's got $5 million in the bank. And this invoice was for $1.7 million. I helped him transfer this money away. I felt so incredibly important. I felt like, wow, I'm like the wife and I am helping my boyfriend across the way, and it was awesome. I was a lady, and he was so happy that he was going to be able to continue on with his job. The next day, he gives me a call and says, "Oh, when did they say that that's going to come?" And I said, I think 30 days. "Oh, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. I need it faster because I need it." So I sent away another email, and of course they said, "Yeah, air freight, it's going to be $31,000 US." So he says, "Oh, great, okay. Do you remember how to get into my bank?" And I walked me through, and he says, "Yep." And I went, "Your bank says it's suspended." And he goes, "What do you mean? You were there yesterday." I said, "Yeah, it's suspended." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Let me hang up." And then he started to call his bank and try to figure it all out. And back and forth we go and talking, and he's getting more and more distraught. And this is playing on my heart because this man, I want him to be a success. Our destiny was at stake because of this. So we were chatting away. And in my heart, I'm like, "Oh, you know what?" Because I said, "I can help you. I can help you." And he's like, "What?" I says, "I can help you. I have the money." And he said, "I can't take your money. I cannot take your money. I'm a man of conviction. My reputation may be at stake, but I can't take your money." And I said, "Look, money to me, seeing your faces today means more to me than the zeros in my bank account. I will be okay." And he goes, "No, no, no." I said, "Let me do this for you because it'll be okay." Because he said the money was going to come back regardless. So I liquidated some of my funds. I sent away the global money transfer. Away it goes. About 24 hours later, 36 hours later, he gives me a call and he says, "The person hasn't got the money at the other end." I said, I did what I had to do." Says, "No, you need to go to your bank." So I ran to my bank and I had my personal banker do a global money transfer or global money inquiry. And they were questioning me. "Are you sure that this is what you were supposed to do? Are you sure that this is all legit?" And I went, I love this man. It's almost like I had to justify my own money, what I was able to do with this money to the bank. And I went, "No, it's okay. It's okay." Well, we put the money, put it out there, and then he talked to me. He says, "You know what? I don't think the money's going to go through properly. Can you get it pulled back?" And I went to my bank and I said, "Let me see if I can get it pulled back." And they said, "It's going to take 21 days. He was a little distraught, and I said, "Look, Leo, this is the way it is. It's going to take a while, and you got to figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure out something else." And I'm scheming in my head, who of my friends can I ask? Because I'm going to get this money back, apparently. Who else can I help? Because I want to save my face. This is the man that I love. He spoke my language. He talked to me for hours and hours, my other quality time. So that, I kind of disconnected from the outcome. That's going to do what it's going to do. I then decide, hey, we're continuing on, we're chitty-chatting. Fast forward one day, I'm out on a barbecue boat. Has anybody seen those little round barbecue boats in Granville Island? They go out and you've got 8 people and they're like a little inner tube and you've got a barbecue. I'm out with some girlfriends because I needed some girlfriend time with all this drama that was going on in my life. And we're chatting away, having a great time. And one of the girls was saying about her online dating experience. And she was saying, oh, she's had like thousands of guys and they've all been duds. And she said, have you ever heard of Google reverse lookup using Google Chrome? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Says, well, you take the snapshot or a screenshot and you're able to upload the picture into Google. And Google will tell you if it, in fact, is a real person or if that picture has been used anywhere. Well, in my heart, I'm thinking, no way. My guy's beautiful. We exchanged love. It's passion. It's great words. No, my guy's awesome. I'm so sorry, Nancy, for you. You've gone through this. But my guy's amazing. But we all know human beings. What's that phrase? Curiosity killed the cat. I went home, took his picture, and uploaded it into Google, and I found he had stolen someone's identity. a doctor from Germany. I found this particular doctor's Instagram page came up with all the pictures he had sent me that were him. I found his LinkedIn page of the person he frauded. I found out all this information that he was not who he was. This was on Wednesday. Thursday, it was a ghost. I didn't hear anything from him. And then Friday, he sends me a message, and I saved it on my phone, because this man had an amazing gift of words. And we would often exchange words that would lead to more creative words. Go back to my, thank you for your patience while this. Oops. Did a screenshot. Oops. So he sends me on August 2nd, 8:15 p.m. Knowledge, wisdom, life, learning, letting go, transcend, awakening, love, infinity, soul, energy. If I said that to that heart over there, that heart would bust into 1,000 pieces. I send back to him ignorance, deaf, death, stupid. Oh, and my screen. Pulling back, withdrawal, sleep, hate, now, crush, die. 2.6 seconds later, I get a phone call from him. Bella, what's going on? Angelo, what's going on? And I said, I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're scamming me. I'm a good person. I don't understand why you're taking my money. And he says, what are you talking about? And he had a beautiful Italian accent, so it was almost hard to not to just listen to him forever. And yeah, silver fox with an Italian accent. It was good, I'm telling you. Then he says, what are you talking about? And I said, I know that you've stolen someone else's identity. I know you're not who you are. I know that if this money doesn't come back to me, I will be okay. I've surrounded myself with people that love and accept me. I surround myself with people that I have 1,000 couches that I could couch surf until the end of time. I could sell absolutely every single thing I own except one piece of art that means a lot to me, and I will be okay. I said, you have a gift for good. If those were your words that we've exchanged over the last month, you need to go write a book because it's incredible. I'm going to write the book because I kept the words because they're fantastic. And I said, and I forgive you. I forgive you because you don't know what you're doing. He said, Jeanette, I'm going to say one word and then I'm going to hang up the phone. And he said, time. And he hung up the phone. I'm like, okay, so this is Friday night. Saturday, as a good citizen, I phoned the RCMP. I called and I let them know I needed someone to come out and talk to me. I need to do a police report. It's the proper citizen thing to do. Maybe I can help some other women or men with a similar story. I had an RCMP officer, Constable Wu, come out to my house for 2 hours. His car was kept running beside my little cottage where I live in the forest, because in case something more important came about, he had to make a run for it. And he listened to my story. He was a man that was present. He was a man that came with a full heart. He was a man not overpromising. He was a man that was just incredible and patient and very, very kind. And that was amazing. And he took my story. Then the next day I had to leave for a convention, to go to Salt Lake City. And a road trip, we had to get there by Wednesday, and I love road trips. I love the food you get to eat while you're going on a road trip. I just love that. Nothing counts when you're in the car on a road trip. And sharing the driving with my best girlfriend. And we get into Salt Lake City on the Tuesday night, and we're snuggled into the hotel, and she says, Jeanette, you don't seem like you're yourself. I know who you are, and you didn't seem like you enjoyed this trip at all. And I let it go. I let it go, that I had been taken advantage of. I had put my heart out there. I felt shame. I felt not very seen for truly what I am. And she hugged me and she said, Jeanette, it's going to be okay. Because part of what you see in my bio, I am the co-founder for the world's first Gratitude and Appreciation Summit coming to Langley, British Columbia. I so believe in the foundation when we are grateful and when we show appreciation that the world changes. So this money, this 30,000 US translated to 40,000 Canadian, was earmarked for that. And I looked at her and I said, I feel so ashamed because that money's not going to be there for our big event. And she said, Jeanette, I believe so much in you. I believe so much in what we're doing. We'll find the money. Had a glass of wine, tucked myself into bed. Got up the next morning, went into their convention, and we're sitting there in the classroom setting. I get a message from my bank. Jeanette, the money will be back in your account by the end of the day. I will remember this sound till the day I die. My girlfriend's sitting beside me. She's wearing a tank top. She's got a bare arm, and I smack her. And that resounding sound of being smacked. And she's like, why did you just smack me? And I took my phone and I went, look. And she's like, oh my gosh. And we start crying. And she said, I'm like, our Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. Oh my gosh, we're so excited. The rest of the trip was a blur. We came back. It was great. Little did I tell you is when I was talking to the police officer, he said, you know what, I'm going to get you in touch with victim services because you're probably going through a lot of stuff in your head right now. You need to talk to somebody. They need to hear your story and help you. Well, when I got back, there was a letter from victim services with my file number. And I called them and I said, hey, I got your letter. This is my file number. I says, I just want to call you and let you know I have good news. And she's like, what? I said, I got my money back. She said, Jeanette, I don't know who you are. I don't know what karma you're doing out there in the world. I don't know what's going on. She says, I have been doing this job for 11 years. No one has ever got their money back. 3 to 5 people a day, 3 to 5 people a week in the Langley area, because that's where I'm from, call in victims of fraud doing with money. I taught her, talk about leveling up, I taught her how to do the Google reverse lookup. She now has a new tool to teach other people. I then bravely and courageously made the phone call to the police officer. And I said, Constable Wu, this is Jeanette. And he goes, oh, Jeanette. And I said, Constable Wu, I have good news. I got my money back. Again, he said, Jeanette, I have never heard good news. Not about money, but good news as a police officer. And I said, and I also want to say thank you for showing up as a man, not promising, being present, because in the dating world, that's what I needed. I needed to be seen, I needed to be accepted, and I needed to be not judged. And you brought that into my life. I could hear him on the other end saying, wow, thank you so much. And because he was a young officer, he was probably in his mid-20s, late 20s, in my heart, I felt he knew he was doing the right job that he should be doing. And it just made it all worthwhile. So by how I'm leveling up, is it so important, people, to go back to the people who are in your life. I call Mark in the corner. Him and I have been connected both professionally and on LinkedIn for about 4 years. He's my super fan, super conductor, and anything that I post on LinkedIn is to make sure that we go back. And if you have an opportunity to say thank you, If you have an opportunity to bring up or level up somebody, do it. It will change your life. And I sit here as a woman who I love. The foundation of, I sit here in tingles right now. I love. And I love the fact that I have a friend, Ben Baker, who connected me to Winston so that I could share this story. So take pieces of it, and I hope courageously you all go and level up using gratitude and appreciation.
There you go, you did it.